And hello and good afternoon once again. We are here live at Evanston High School for day 2 action of the Border Wars tournament that is featuring Utah and Wyoming schools competing against each other. Once again, it is not like the Cokeville tournament. We do not have tournament play on Saturday, the second day, but we do have a round robin action continuing today, which means that your Lyman Eagles will take on Spanish Fork here at 1 p.m. local time. So running a little bit behind, but about 3 minutes until we tip off as the warm-up clock is still going off here. So as we start our second volleyball match of the day, Brescia Hansen spoke with her after her first opening victory of the day, in which they took out Union. That was the earlier match at 8 a.m. this morning. I talked with Coach Hansen, and she had basically told me that, yeah, we're looking good. I'm proud of where we are, but we still have some things to iron out, and you still got to learn from every match that you play, even if it is an abbreviated match such as this one. Remember, we only play best of 3 here in Evanston for this tournament. So, as I mentioned earlier on the broadcast, Lyman is 8 set wins. Remember, you only need 2 to win a match here in this tournament. So they have 8 set wins, 4 victories, and 4 attempts. They dropped 1 set yesterday to Syracuse, a Utah team, a very tough team. Talked with Coach Hansen. She said, yeah, my girls were looking straight up at them. They were very big, very tall, very athletic. But Lyman rebounded in the 3rd set and wound up taking that match. So still undefeated, if you would want to say that here in Evanston. I believe there might have been one other team that had a equal record to Lyman, but as of right now, even in the hospitality room amongst other coaches and other officials, it does seem that Lyman is the king of the class, if you will, the queens of the class here, and a lot of people getting eyes on the court that Lyman's playing on. Certainly have been impressive to date. And once again, thank you for joining us here on mylocalradio.com. My name is Sean Bennett. I will be broadcasting all Lyman and Mountain View sports for you this season. We're about under 1 minute to play, under 1 minute left in the warm-ups before we get started here. So give it maybe 5 minutes before we start. While we wait, I will send it off to commercials to thank our sponsors. Please join us for the start of the second match of the day for the Lyman Eagles.
Hello, this is Dr. McKay Frankham. As a dentist in Evanston for over 20 years now, my mission has always been to provide quality dental care for people of all ages at reasonable prices. I'm a detail-oriented person, and it's important to me to stay current on new dental procedures and protocols that can help my patients have the best experience and have the best results. Over the years, I've also worked to keep my overhead low so that I can pass those savings on to my patients. I believe everyone deserves quality dental care. Please call us today at 307-789-8910. Hello, this is Dr. McKay Franklin.
1 in 5 Americans suffer from allergies found in indoor air, which can be up to 5 times more polluted than outdoor air. 307 service experts can clean the ductwork in your home and improve your indoor air quality. On average, over 15,000 house fires annually cause 300 injuries and 30 deaths, started because of clogged dryer vents. 307 service experts can clean your ductwork, making it safer. Whatever you need, whenever you need it. 307 service experts, just one call to fix it all. 307-789-6716.
And we are back here once again, starting our coverage off here on day number 2. We saw Union fall to Lyman in match number 1. 2 quick sets there for Lyman, 25-17 and 25-18. Handled Union in that match. And now we will see Spanish Fork going to play Lyman. Officials at the net ready to start this one, and as the Spanish Fork players take off their uniforms, it looks like they will be in white, and so will Lyman. So blue and white is Lyman. Looks like red and white I'll just wait until they cross my path again as they kind of went out of camera view. But it looked like red and white for Spanish Fork. Lyman will be going right to left. Spanish Fork left to right. So once again, pretty similar starting lineup for Coach Brescia Hansen. Not much diversity in her lineup as far as changing the starting lineups. And why would you? With as many seniors as she has on her team, yes, she has 8 on the roster. There's not much need for a lot of depth. Yeah, you're going to want to get some other girls some action this year and try to get them in the starting lineups or get them in the lineup so that they're not terrified when the season starts next season and these seniors have graduated. But as of right now, she's going to use that depth that Coach Hansen has been afforded, and she's going to use that to her advantage. As the 2 substitutes for today's match hop off the court. Once again, Lyman usually goes about 8 deep. Some matches doesn't even use an 8th player. They'll just go 7 players. They do not use a libero. Interesting strategy, but it has paid off for Coach Hansen so far. So we are ready to get set here in match number 2 of day number 2. Back to serve on the outside. Here comes Spanish Fork. And that one's quickly tapped over the net. And that's a point for Spanish Fork. Back to serve once again is Spanish Fork. That's Allie Branch. Going to be taken on the outside by McKinley Bradshaw. Not able to get it. She'll just tap this one back over the net. Kylie Walker going to back set to McKaylee Bradshaw, and McKaylee Bradshaw uses the blockers to her advantage as she sends that one off the blockers and into the Spanish Fork bench. 1-1 here early in game number 2, or match number 2, set number 1, game number 2 of their day. Sorry if that's confusing. But McKinley Bradshaw, regardless, back to serve once again. Bradshaw taken by Spanish Fork. On the outside, tipped up, kept alive. Kylie Walker on the outside, Kylie Nelson, and that one is long. Kylie Nelson, I could see her head kind of twist there. She saw that open sideline, not able to place it where it needed to be to get the point though. And Spanish Fork has tied it up at 2 here. Ran into Kylie Nelson before their last match. Before this match, actually, Cassidy Nelson. And she was sitting on the bench just and that one is falling on the Lyman side, and that's a point for Spanish Fork. Anyway, rounding up that story, I ran into Cassidy Nelson before their match against Spanish Fork, and she was sitting facing the wall reading. And I said, "Are you being punished, or is this pleasure for you reading?" And she shrugged her shoulders and said, I'm just reading, trying to kill some time." So very studious Cassidy Nelson. While her teammates were joking and laughing around, she was sitting by the wall reading a book. So let's see if she can use some of those studies here and guide her team to another victory. That's going to be set up on the outside. That's Cassidy Nelson, not able to put it away. That's a back row attack from Spanish Fork, not successful. A back set here by Spanish Fork and put right up the sideline and into that back corner. And that one is good. So it is 4-3 Spanish Fork. An early lead in set number 1. Just bear with us. We're trying to figure out the dimensions of the court just as you are. There are a lot of lines on the court, so I have to wait for some officials' calls here as they'll know the true lines. And that one is out. Can't really see that near side is blocked by the bleachers, so I don't know how long that ball was, but from my vantage point, it did not look necessarily close. And that's another Spanish Fork point. 5-3 lead here And that's Kylie Walker once again. And Kylie Walker, she just dumps that one over the net, and she does that better than any player I've ever seen. She just kind of twists her wrist at the last moment, able to put the ball over the net right where no defenders are into an open space. She does that at least 2 or 3 times every match, so beware of that if you're on the other side. And that ball is attacked from the net and out of play. That one was a Trinity Benson there for Spanish Fork. That ball tipped over the net. Kylie Walker going to set outside. Cassidy Nelson. Cassidy Nelson lays it right in front of the diving defender from Spanish Fork. Corin Thornock not able to get there for Spanish Fork. Serve received, going to be set up in the middle. Not sure if it was blocked. The referee's going to say yes. Ball stays alive. And off of the hands of, yeah, that was Olivia Smith. Off the hands of Olivia Smith and out of play. Looked like Bradshaw might have been there, but Olivia Smith in front of Bradshaw did not realize it and tried to push the ball back towards the net, but unsuccessfully knocked it out of play. 6-6 here in set number 1. Cassidy Nelson going to be set again. Not able to finish the point. This one's going to be set up towards the net on the Spanish Fork side, and that's an error as that one falls too close to the net. The attacker had to back off or she would have ran right into the net, and the ball fell on the Spanish Fork side. 7-6, Lyman with the lead here early in set number 1. That one tipped over the net. That one was Marae Condi. Sorry if I'm saying that incorrectly, but Marae Condi from Spanish Fork saw the Lyman defense pressed in, and she just was able to place that one where it needed to be. Cassie Nelson not able to receive that serve. Didn't look like she got all of her body in front of that one, kind of just threw her arms out to the side, and because of that, the ball went out of play towards the Lyman bench. So 8-7, Spanish Fork with the lead once again here. This one's going to be set up on the outside. That one tried to be put away by Bradshaw, and as it comes to our near side, yes, that does hit the bleachers before the Spanish Fork defender can get to it. And that's a Benedict's Market in Mountain View kill for McKinley Bradshaw. That is her first of the match. Spanish Fork going to take the ball, going to set it all the way to the outside. And this one's off the hands of Spring Yeager. That one came in at 1,000,000 miles an hour. Maybe a slight exaggeration there, but didn't feel like it, that's for sure. Spanish Fork back to serve here, leading this first set 9-8. This one's going to be set up on the outside and blocked and out of play. So that's another kill for McKinley Bradshaw, another Benedict's True Value in Mountain View kill for McKinley Bradshaw. And that's another point for, that's another point for Spanish Fork, as that one goes into the Spanish Fork bench off the Lyman defense. Kylie Walker going to push this one over to her teammate. And that one right at the net. Yes, that's going to be a point here for Lyman, as the Spanish Fork coach gets off her bench to instruct her team to get lower on that one. That serve was right in front of them. And just like that, Spanish Fork does on this serve. They get on their knees and they are able to take it before it was hit long and out of play by Spanish Fork. This serve going to be, that's going to be an ace, actually. I was going to say it was received by the diving Spanish Fork defender, but she was not tall enough, not long enough to get there. And that's a Bradshaw's Glass Towing and Fitness ace from McKinley Bradshaw. That ball tipped up at the net, sent back over by Olivia Smith. And this one received by Spring Yeager, going to go all the way back to the Spanish Fork side, kept alive by Bradshaw. And let's see if Cassidy Nelson can finish it. She can't. Ball stays alive for Spanish Fork, and they're going to call a carry there on the second ball from Spanish Fork, a carry. And that is another Lyman point, 13-10. And just like that, we have our first time out of the match. This one courtesy of the Spanish Fork sideline. So return with us as we take a break.
Light up your world with a custom-built LED sign from Rocky Mountain Sign in Evanston. It's a proven fact that signage that lights up creates more attention. So light it up and then add text, images, and video, and your sign becomes even more powerful. Start sharing your advertising messages and information with your customers today. The team at Rocky Mountain Sign provides all types of quality signage that is custom-built and maintained. Call today for a free quote. Rocky Mountain Sign, 307-789-5202. Rocky Mountain Sign, serving customers in Wyoming, Utah, and Idaho.
If you had a toothache, would you see a foot doctor? Or would you go to the dermatologist to have a baby? Of course not. When your vehicle needs service, take it to the best qualified mechanics. At Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet, our technicians are GM certified service experts. They're trained to know every inch of your vehicle. Don't trust your vehicle to just anyone. Have all your service done at Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet, 624 Front Street, Evanston. We're a different kind of dealer.
We are back live here. Sorry, they quick served out of the timeout, and that was another Lyman point. So that timeout not able to stop the run of the Eagles here, who have surged out to a 14-10 lead midway through set number one of match number two. Brescia Hansen standing up by the bench, kicks out her leg, trying to get some extra emphasis there, but not going to go her way, and that ball falls for a Spanish Fork point. This serve taken. Going to be set middle, and did she hit the line? She did not. That was McKaylee Bradshaw who went for it all and did not hit pay dirt as that one went up the sideline, but just missed. 14-12, Lyman Eagles leading Spanish Fork right now. This one's going to be set up on the outside and put away. There was Cassidy Nelson. Cassidy Nelson exchanging high fives and pleasantries with her teammate. 15-12 here for Lyman. Lyman looking to get the ball back here. And that one is out of play, so that's another Lyman point there. 16-12. Lyman looking like they're playing free and easy right now. Cassidy Nelson directing the front line about where to move here, and that one's tapped over that front line and in front of a diving McKinley Bradshaw. And that's another point for Spanish Fork. Brescia Hansen making notes on her clipboard as she turns back to her team. 16-13 here, Lyman with the lead. Set number one. We will play best of three, first to 25, win by 2 in Wyoming. This one's going to be back set, taken by Lyman on the near side and right over the outstretched hands of Emma Argyle of Spanish Fork. That's another put away there. Cassidy Nelson, all smiles today on this Saturday. And not to bring up bad memories, but certainly a different story from last Saturday when she seemed to be a bit frustrated with herself and how she was playing. Eventually did get her swing back in that fifth set against Mountain View and led them, was a big factor in them beating Mountain View in that championship match. 18-13 here in set number one. This ball going to be taken by Spanish Fork and put all the way in the back corner, and what a ball that was to just get that bumped over, and that landed right in the corner where it needed to be. Coach Hansen pointing at it as the ball went down. Lyman, 3 in the back line, 1 all the way back, and that's Olivia Smith. That ball taken, sent over by Spring Yeager, and out of bounds off of Spanish Fork. And that's another Benedict's Market kill. This time for Spring Jaeger. Serve sent over from Cassidy Nelson. Tapped up here by Spanish Fork. Kept alive, Cassidy Nelson. Outside, McKinley Bradshaw. And when you get McKinley Bradshaw and Cassidy Nelson both to touch the ball in the same point, courtesy of an Olivia Walker set, 90% of the time I'm going to say that's a point, because that is just a deadly trio and a deadly duo between Cassidy Nelson and McKinley Bradshaw. And just like that, we have another timeout. 20-14 lead here for Lyman in set number 1. Join us when we return after this commercial break.
If you can't give your dentist a 5-star rating, then you ought to consider making your next dental appointment with Dr. McKay Frankham. One patient said, "The best experience I've ever had at a dentist." Other customer comments include 5 stars plus. And not only is Dr. Frankham the best dentist I've ever been to, but I can actually afford to have dental work done by Dr. Frankham. Make your next dental visit a 5-star experience. Call for an appointment today at 307-789-8910.
Thank you once again for tuning in to mylocalradio.com. Once again, my name is Sean Bennett, broadcasting Lyman and Mountain View sports for the 2018 sports season. So tune in. Should be a great year for some Lyman Eagle volleyball, some football, and some Mountain View Lyman action to come later this season when they face each other again. And once again, that was McKinley Bradshaw. Sized up the defender and said, "I can hit this through you." She does, and it's 21-14. Lyman 4 points away from set victory here and jumping out to an early lead as they've done all tournament. And this one taken up down the line and sent cross court. That was a kill there from Spanish Fork, Emma Argyle. And Argyle rewarded by going back to serve now. 21-15 Lyman lead here in set number 1. This ball taken by Cassidy Nelson. Set up on the outside, McKinley Bradshaw once again. Third ball going to get over the net. Yes, it is. And Spring Jaeger tries to attack that first ball, sensing Spanish Fork out of position. And she hits it wide up the sideline. No, that is not a pack of wild eagles that have escaped in the gym. That was the Spanish Fork bench erupting in primal screams after that point. This one going to be sent up the line and out of play. McKinley Bradshaw missed on that one. 21-17 here in set number 1. Lyman needs only 4 points to take this first set. Olivia Walker able to take it to McKinley Bradshaw, and McKinley Bradshaw actually clanks this one off the net, but it rolls over the net and into the back line. Still, even though the ball hit the net, she put so much force, so much power under that swing that there was no chance that the defender was going to be able to get it. Going to be taken on the outside by Spanish Fork, and that one, Coach Hansen throws up her hand. She thought the ball was out. Still pointing at the line. I don't know if she thinks that that ball was in, but the officials did call that one in. So, much to the dismay of Brescia Hansen, head coach of Lyman, that ball was called in. 22-18 lead here. Set number 1 for Lyman. And Olivia Walker tried to go up and realized that ball was high up at the net, but so did 2 Spanish Fork defenders. And they roof-topped Olivia Walker right there. 22-19 lead here, still for Lyman in set number 1, looking to finish off this first set. And McKinley Bradshaw uses that golden arm of hers to slam that one down. Absolutely no chance of return there from any of those Spanish Fork players. I'm not sure I would want to be on the receiving end of one of McKinley Bradshaw's kills. I'll put it that way. Olivia Walker serves it. This one not able to get over the net. That one was a mishit. Corin Thornock Tried to go cross court, but she went across her side of the court, not onto the other side of the net. So 24-19 set point here for Lyman. Taking on the outside, Thornock looking to redeem herself, and she does. That one falls right up the sideline. Once again, on the near side, we don't have a good vantage point, so going to trust the official's call that it was in. Looked like it would be in. So 24-20, Lyman looking for that 25th point in the first set victory. And there it is, folks. Oh, wait, actually a pancake there, kept the ball alive. I spoke too soon. And that ball falls on the Lyman side. What a point there, as Olivia Walker, as I mentioned earlier, just dumped it over the net like she does about 3 or 4 times every match. And Spanish Fork diving defense there, able to pancake, get the ball elevated enough, and kept it alive. So all credit to Spanish Fork there, and no credit right there as McKinley Bradshaw finishes off set number 1 using the double block to her advantage. She sends it through. It goes on to the Spanish Fork side, and that is out of play. So 25-21, set number 1 goes to the Eagles. Nothing new here for the Eagles early in their season as they are excelling in tournament play. Please join us when we return for set 2 action, where Lyman looking to close it out. Spanish Fork looking to force a third and deciding set.
If you had a toothache, would you see a foot doctor? Or would you go to the dermatologist to have a baby? Of course not. When your vehicle needs service, take it to the best qualified mechanics. At Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet, our technicians are GM certified service experts. They're trained to know every inch of your vehicle. Don't trust your vehicle to just anyone. Have all your service done at Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet, 624 Front Street, Evanston. We're a different kind of dealer.
My name is Dr. Micah Pullins. I'm an orthopedic surgeon at Evanston Regional Hospital. I perform total hip, total knee, and total shoulder replacement. The huge majority of patients of mine that have undergone total joint replacement have been dealing with pain and disability for many years. After joint replacement and recovery, patients are back to doing the activities that they want to do.
Some folks say that life can be measured in seasons. At Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet in Evanston, we have vehicles for every season. From new to experienced drivers, we understand that safety, affordability, and great mileage are always on the must-have list. So whether you're just starting out or it's time to expand your fleet, we've got every season covered. Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet. Stop in today, 624 Front Street, Evanston. We're a different kind of dealer.
And we are back here live at Evanston Regional High School, where the Lyman Eagles and Spanish Fork are competing to win their match here. Lyman took set number 1, 25-21, a very tight set. Something they maybe haven't experienced in this tournament so far, but good competition for Brescia Hansen and her team. Always good as a coach when you can have your team get challenged early in the year so they're ready for the season as it progresses. Once again, Lyman in the white, Spanish Fork in the white. Spanish Fork in the white and red, Lyman in the white and blue. Lyman will be working left to right. This one tapped across the net, and Cassidy Nelson overran that one and not able to get to it. And this one taken and put down by Cassidy Nelson. Another kill for Lyman. That is her 7th kill of the match already through one set and a little bit extra here. That's Olivia Smith. Almost mishandled by the defender, but kept alive. And this one blocked by 2 Spanish Fork defenders and sent right back into the dome of Kylie Walker. And that's a point for Spanish Fork. So Spanish Fork leading this match 2-1 here early in set number 2. And after Lyman took set number 1, 25-21. This ball is going to go on the outside. Kylie Walker winds up face first into the hardwood, not able to keep the ball alive, as Cassidy Nelson not able to control it on the sideline. Jump serve from Spanish Fork. Cassidy Nelson's going to send it for a back row attack by Bradshaw, and luckily enough for Lyman, it seemed, that ball just found its way into a spot or to a defender that was not necessarily ready for it, and the ball goes out of bounds, and that's a Lyman point. 3-2, Spanish Fork with the lead early in set number 2. That ball is taken by Walker, sets it on the outside. Cassidy Nelson taps it, and actually came down on the Spanish Fork side, and the defender just tried to put it over the net, but unfortunately for her, it went out of bounds. So good job there by Cassidy Nelson. Didn't have the most power on it, but she just sent it with enough forward momentum. And Brescia Hansen, give her the MVP award. Maybe a Dr. McKay Frankham precision play of the match there. She sprinted from the corner of the court all the way to the scorer's table to prevent the ball from going onto our court unsuccessfully, as the point is replayed. But I'll have to talk to her later. Catch her 40 time. That one's tapped over by Spring Yeager. And that one is up the sideline and in. Brescia Hansen left shaking her head on that one, as that is a clean put away for Spanish Fork. 4-3 here, Spanish Fork with the lead. Julia Holt serves. This one going to be back set to Spanish Fork. Olivia Smith able to keep it alive, and she does, as Spring Yeager finishes the point. So good effort there by Olivia Smith. Spring Yeager able to put it away, as they do joke about it. Olivia Smith showing off her fancy footwork and how she received the ball there. And Lyman just looking free and easy there, as Cassidy Nelson, another Bradshaw's Glass towing in fitness ace. Once again, support our local businesses. The businesses that help us certainly are deserving of your help. If you help them, it helps us. It's a full circle. So keep it local in Mountain View and Lyman. The ball taken. That one, was it touched? Yes, it was. It was touched at the net. I believe that might have been Kylie Walker, who got her fingertips on it. And that one is out of play. So 5-all here in set number 2. Spanish Fork with the serve. Going to set this one up to Kylie Walker. She's going to back set, tipped at the net. And this one's pushed back over. Kylie Walker going to be pushed set to the outside, kept alive, and sent back over to the Spanish Fork side. And that one sent all the way to the back corner. Brescia Hansen throws up her hands, mimicking the linesman, who also said that ball was out. So Brescia Hansen approves of that call. 6-5 here. Lyman with the lead. It's Spring Yeager back to serve for Lyman. Ball going to be tapped across the net, and not able to get to it was any Spanish Fork player, as that one was back set all the way across the net from one side to the other. And Murray Condi not expecting it. And not expecting that one, the short serve there. That's another Bradshaw's Glass towing in fitness ace. Once again, Bradshaw's good people over there, so support them, and that supports us. So Spring Yeager, with both Bradshaws playing in this match, playing on the court right now, able to get the shout out from the family, as we're able to mention our sponsors with that ace, and that one is sent clear through out of the court. Tried to go cross court up the sideline unsuccessfully. This serve taken short. Condi sends it over. Blocked at the net on the Spanish Fork side. Somebody touched the net. Who was it? And yes, that was the Spanish Fork player. I believe that was Murray Condi. Condi gonna set it up on the outside. all the way across the net. McKinley Bradshaw looking to slam the door shut. Cannot. Kept alive. Can Bradshaw do it this time? She taps it over the block, and that's successful. So sometimes if you load up on one hit and then you get the ball back on that same possession, that is how you trick the defense into not expecting the tap there. The double block, she went right over it, dropped it right in front of the back line, and that's a point for Lyman. So return with us as we take a commercial break to thank our sponsors for this broadcast.
1 in 5 Americans suffer from allergies found in indoor air, which can be up to 5 times more polluted than outdoor air. 307 service experts can clean the ductwork in your home and improve your indoor air quality. On average, over 15,000 house fires annually cause 300 injuries and 30 deaths, started because of clogged dryer vents. 307 service experts can clean your ductwork, making it safer. Whatever you need, whenever you need it. 307 service experts, just one call to fix it all. 307-789-6716.
And we are back here in Evanston Regional High School, where the Eagles are playing Spanish Fork in a match that has a lot of eyeballs on it, as these are two of the better teams in the entire tournament between Utah and Wyoming. And the Wyoming team, Lyman, showing off their skills here as that ball is tipped off the blockers and out of play. So once again, Spring Yeager back to serve for Lyman, and she does. Gets it over. This one tried to be dumped over the net. Lyman was ready for it, and they're going to call a lift there. So I said Lyman was ready for it, but turns out the hands were not quick enough. Got underneath the ball. If you send it with your palms facing up, that's called a lift in volleyball. And that gives the point back to Spanish Fork. And that will give it right back to Lyman. As jumping up and down, two-hand high five. McKinley Bradshaw earned it after that kill right across the court to the back of the court, where the middle, where an open spot was. Kylie Walker way back to take this serve. Put some pressure underneath it. Blocked at the net, kept alive. Spanish Fork looking to tap it up the sideline, and two Lyman defenders went for it. Both Kylie Walker and Cassidy Nelson met, almost crashed into each other, but Walker actually tipped it right over the hands of Cassidy Nelson, who was behind her. So Spanish Fork gets the point. 13-7 Lyman lead here in set number 2 after taking set number 1. And wow, what a kill that was. Check, please. McKinley Bradshaw. Better leave a good tip after slamming that one home. The disrespect is real, as McKinley Bradshaw uses every ounce of that power that she's got to put that one away. 14-7 lead here. Lyman showing why they are one of the better teams in Wyoming. Cassidy Nelson blocked at the net, kept alive. Cassidy Nelson pushes it back. Two Spanish Fork defenders meet, put it over the net on a free ball, and that free ball is used. And actually, let's see the call. I believe it tipped off the defender. Yes, the ball did go out of bounds, but it tipped off the defenders at the block. And that's another point for Lyman. 15-7 Lyman lead here in set number 2. Looking to close out this abbreviated 3-set match. And that one is put away. Cassidy Nelson, all smiles. Maybe that book put her in a good frame of mind. As I mentioned earlier, ran into Cassidy Nelson before this match, and she was facing the wall just reading a good book. And Lyman getting a lot of practice in their dancing today. More of a dance team than a volleyball team, as that's another Bradshaw's Glass Towing and Fitness ace. Who better to make me read that advertisement than McKinley Bradshaw? Yeah, keep it in the family. Cassidy Nelson off the blockers, kept alive on the outside. Tipped up once again. Cassidy Nelson looking to finish the point, and she does, as that ball... Yeah, I believe that the Spanish Fork players are saying the ball was out of bounds, but I saw that one clearly touch the line. And it is 18-7 quickly how the tables have turned here in set number 2. Lyman on quite a run as that ball goes through the defense and out of bounds. So McKinley Bradshaw trying to get another Bradshaw's Glass Towing and Fitness ace. Misses it by probably less than a foot there. 18-8. Lyman with the lead, though. Still in control of set number 2. McKaylee Bradshaw off the blockers. And this official, she's trying to make a call. Let's see what the call was. Still some arguing going on at the officials table here. She's asking the player what happened, actually. I've never seen this one before. Let's see what the call is. Tilt the camera down so we can see it. And I believe they're going to say that that one is a replayed point. So Lyman might have been a little bit unlucky there. But it all pans out for the Eagles as that serve is sent clear through the court and out of bounds. So 19-8 in set number 1. Lyman closing in on another match victory here in Evanston. And this one is through the court on the attack from Spanish Fork, and the coach does not like that one, as Dancy Morel will call her second and final timeout of the second set. Join us for the conclusion of this match when we return.
If you can't give your dentist a 5-star rating, then you ought to consider making your next dental appointment with Dr. McKay Frankham. One patient said, "The best experience I've ever had at a dentist." Other customer comments include 5 stars plus. And not only is Dr. Frankham the best dentist I've ever been to, but I can actually afford to have dental work done by Dr. Frankham. Make your next dental visit a 5-star experience. Call for an appointment today at 307-789-8910.
Some folks say that life can be measured in seasons. At Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet in Evanston, we have vehicles for every season. From new to experienced drivers, we understand that safety, affordability, and great mileage are always on the must-have list. So whether you're just starting out or it's time to expand your fleet, we've got every season covered. Auto Farm Castle Rock Chevrolet. Stop in today, 624 Front Street, Evanston. We're a different kind of dealer.
And we are back here as Lyman looking to finish out this match. They are 5 points away. And that one is hit out of bounds there from the Eagles. So that will be another point here for Spanish Fork. So 20-9 in set number 2. Lyman a major advantage, but they can't take their foot off the gas pedal yet, because Spanish Fork will look to try to get back into it. And that's not going to help their case, as that one sent to the back line. And in between two defenders, not able to keep it alive. 21-9. Lyman leading here in set number 2. That one tipped up at the net. They're going to say that the Lyman defenders touched it. Kylie Walker going to set it up outside. Cassie Nelson off the blocker, came down with that blocker and fell on the Spanish Fork side of the court. 22-9 here, 3 points away from victory are the Eagles. Kept alive on the outside, Cassidy Nelson. Not able to finish. Spring Yeager has a try at it, and she hits this one into the net. Not enough elevation under that kill, and it is 22-10. Once again, 22-10 here in set number 2. 3 points away from victory is Lyman from moving to another match victory in 10-1. Spanish Fork able to put that one away, so they are doubled up right now, but they're still fighting, trying to get back into this match. Don't have a lot of time to do it, though. 22-11, Lyman leads. That one tapped up the sideline around the block. Spring Yeager uses her position on the court to her advantage, and that's another point for Lyman. 2 points away from winning this match. 23-11 as Cassie Nelson dribbles it up on the baseline and serves. This one rolls over the net, able to be received. Nelson on her butt receives it. Spanish Fork sends it back to Nelson. Just dumped over the net once again. Is it kept alive? It is, according to the officials right now. And that one blocked at the net. So Kylie Walker, that's the second time that she's dumped one over the net and seemed to have gotten a point. But Spanish Fork, not to be denied, has got out there, stuck their hand out, and pancaked the ball or put their hand flat on the ground. The ball hits the hand. Still alive if it comes straight up in the air. And no pancaking that one as McKinley Bradshaw swings for the fences. Didn't necessarily make clean contact. That ball did hit the top of the net, but actually was to her advantage as it hit the net and went right in between the two backline defenders. Set and match point here for Lyman, 24-12. Going to be set up in the middle, and that ball is in. So Spanish Fork staying alive here in match number 2 of day number 2. 24-13 as teams coming on this court next, anxiously awaiting their turn. Riverton and Park City, if you're interested in watching, we will keep the stream live over on mylocalradio.com. And that one tapped over and right in front of the back line, so that's another point for Spanish Fork. 24-14. Once again, another set and match point here for Lyman. That ball taken. And right in the middle of two Lyman defenders as Olivia Smith comes in clapping her hands saying, let's get it together, guys. I want to go home or not go home. I want to get some lunch maybe or something before their next 4 p.m. match. Once again, the Lyman Eagles will play about 4 o'clock once again to finish out their tournament. And that is it off the blockers or is it just out of bounds? Yes, it is. It's tipped off the blockers, off of Spanish Fork and out of bounds. 25-15 is how the second set ends after a 25-21 first set. Lyman, an easy 2-set victory here in this abbreviated best-of-3 match as the officials have some words for some of those Spanish Fork players as she exits the court. So a little animosity maybe between the officials and some of these players when they call out an official on the court. Don't want to be embarrassed by anybody. But irregardless, Lyman huddles up and takes that set. 25-15 is the second set victory. So once again, if you're interested in joining us, Lyman will have one more match today. That is at 4 p.m. when they face the Utah Military Academy. Once again, that will be on the opposite court in the back corner, so we will try to our best to see the numbers and the names, but it's easier on this court that's right in front of us. Just the position of the broadcast booth is not advantageous to that back corner. So once again, Utah Military Academy has not won a set today, but Lyman has not lost a set today. So let's see how this action plays out. Join us at 4 p.m. And once again, thank you to all of our sponsors at mylocalradio.com. My name is Sean Bennett, signing off. Please join us at 4 p.m. when the Lyman Eagles will take on the Utah Military Academy.